Now, good evening, everyone. Now, before I get started, can I just say, wow, how amazing does Millie look tonight? So, Millie and I first met back in 2013 at a Volkswagen Group Placement Year Assessment Centre. Millie likes to tell people that her first impression of me was the nerd who took on the role of the timekeeper during the assessment. But I remember that day a little differently. Now, with me and Millie, love wasn't at first sight. And whilst I thought Millie was extremely attractive, she was perhaps slightly quirky, with a very expensive taste, which was evident as she strolled into her Mercedes straight after the assessment centre. 6 years later, and my boss at the time left Nissan to join Hyundai to become Millie's new boss. So I thought now was the time to reach out. Now, Millie cancelled several times for a first date. However, after persevering, Millie finally agreed to meet up after work at the Saracen's Head in Beaconsfield. The 6-year wait was definitely worth it, as Millie and I hit it off immediately. After 1 year of dating, Millie and I moved in together in Maidenhead, and not long after came the COVID lockdown. Whilst it was a very stressful period for all of us, I look back at that time very fondly, as Millie and I had an absolute ball together. Now, during that time, Millie learnt that I too perhaps was slightly quirky, as my daily 100 questions, obsession for hygiene, and tendency to be a hypochondriac came to surface. And Millie, thank you for putting up with me and agreeing to a lifetime of this. It's exactly why I love you, Millie, as you not only put up with my quirks, but you're without question the most caring and loving person.
It seems only fitting that on one of the biggest days of his life that I give you an insight into the man that the wonderful Millie is about to spend the rest of her life with. As his brother, I've had a front row seat to every phase that he's been through. There was Marcus the singer, the only boy told to mime in a non-selective school choir. Marcus the rom-com enthusiast who could quote The Notebook and Dear John by heart. And of course, Marcus the Leeds United fan, who spent less time watching the matches and more time pointing at the away supporters whilst wearing, as he would describe it, a naughty Stone Island jacket. But through all of these phases, Marcus has always been Marcus, loyal, ambitious, slightly obsessive, and full of quirks. Behind all the antics, Marcus is someone I've actually looked up to. He swam the English Channel, he got a brilliant degree at Leeds University, and he's excelling in his career in the automotive industry. And despite his quirks, he's always looked out for me as a brother. I'm extremely lucky to have a brother and a best mate wrapped into one.
Camilla, you were our firstborn. I remember holding you for the very first time, completely in awe, wondering how something so small can feel like the most important thing in the world. And now, 32 years later, I feel the same pride, that same awe, watching you walk into this new chapter of your life, radiant, confident, and absolutely beautiful. It feels like just yesterday I was driving you to prep school, singing along to songs on the radio, walking you to your classroom, your little hand clasped firmly in mine. And I remember feeling so proud and so very, very happy. We've shared so many wonderful times together since. And yes, there have been tears along the way, just a few. But today, I know that any tears shed will be tears of love and happiness. Camilla, I've always been proud of you, but today I realise that my proudest moment isn't just looking back at what you've done, it's seeing the remarkable, kind and wonderful woman you've become.
I, Marcus Scott Hazelwood.
I, Marcus Scott Hazelwood.
Take you, Camilla Lauren Bennett.
Take you, Camilla Lauren Bennett.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
I, Camilla Lauren Bennett.
I, Camilla Lauren Bennett.
Take you, Marcus Scott Hazelwood.
Take you, Marcus Scott Hazelwood.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
Marcus, do you promise to love, cherish and care for Camilla for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
Camilla, do you promise to love, cherish and care for Marcus for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
Marcus and Camilla, it now gives me the absolute greatest pleasure to pronounce you as husband and wife, and you may kiss.
When Camilla first introduced me to Marcus, she said to me, "Dad, you'll be nice to him, won't you?" I said, "Of course I'll be nice. Of course I will." And after meeting him and seeing how happy he made her, I knew straight away I did not like him. And when later I heard he'd had a hole-in-one at the 13th at the Lambourne Golf Club, I thought, right, maybe he's actually okay. Watching him with Camilla, it's obvious why the two of them work. He makes her laugh, he challenges her in the right ways, and he's someone she can rely on completely. And the truth is, we don't need to welcome Marcus to the family. He's been part of it for a long time already. From that first meeting, it was clear that Marcus is a kind, grounded, and genuine man, and importantly, that he adores Camilla.
And now time for Millie. I think even my mum had started to wonder if Marcus would ever grow up and settle down. So when Millie came onto the scene, there was a collective sigh of relief from all of the Hazelwoods. When I met Millie for the first time, I got it immediately. She's funny, witty, kind, the most complimentary person I've ever met, and crucially, she doesn't put up with Marcus's shit. I love how close we've become as a four, and it means the world to me how well you get on with Annie. So thank you for being such an amazing person, Millie. And I think we can all agree that you look absolutely incredible tonight. So here we are today, Marcus and Millie, two people who are quite different in many ways, but so similar in others, and that complement each other perfectly. To my brother, I just want to say thank you for being the role model that I never asked for, but always needed. And to Millie, thank you for bringing out the best in him and making him one very happy man. So if everyone could please raise a glass, I'd love to make a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Hazelwood.
You're my best friend, my rock, and my greatest supporter. And I'm so lucky to be stood here with you today. I hope you're as excited as I am to a lifetime of adventures, travelling the world, and eating Chinese takeaways together. Because I know I certainly am. Standing here with you today, surrounded by everyone we love, I can't help but feel like the luckiest man in the world. I promise to keep making you laugh, to keep asking you hundreds of questions, if not thousands, and I will always carry a hand sanitizer for you. But more importantly, love you for the rest of our lives.